As our last week progresses, I'm slowly building up a picture of the Afar's existence. It's the women I feel closest to, yet I still don't feel like I'm really able to talk to them. It's made more difficult by the fact that our translators are all male. But now we have Valerie with us, I'm hoping that may change.
Hi, Nebe. Let's go.
Okay. It's such a pleasure to be here with somebody like you who you know, are a perfect bridge between the two sides, me and them.
Married to an Afar elder, Valerie has dedicated herself to helping the people get access to health and education. And now she's able to get me closer to the heart of this very alien culture.
Our idea of kind of privacy and personal space just goes completely out of the window.
In Afar society, there is no private space. I mean, I don't even have my own bed. I don't even have my own comb.
Really?
Not possible.
One of the women in the village is expecting a baby, and Valerie is going to help me find out just how they cope with pregnancy and childbirth.
A lot of women are very excited at this time. Is she excited about it? Is this something that she's really looking forward to?
Yeah, living for that.
She said, yes, I'm happy. I asked her, did she want a boy or a girl? She said, well, the girls are good, the boys are good.
Will she be getting nervous? Is there that sort of concept of fear?
Yeah. She said, no, I don't have any fear.
She's incredibly calm, but I can't help wondering how she'll cope with little to no medical backup.
With the delivery, are there any cultural practices particular to the Afar that go on?
In terms of delivery, there are. They believe that the bladder and the uterus is joining, so the mother in labour shouldn't have any food or drink. Traditionally, they don't breastfeed for 72 hours.
My initial feeling is completely polarised. You know, on the one hand, there is this extraordinary feeling of warmth and support, and I can't imagine a kind of lovelier way to bring a child into the world. But equally, that woman that we were sitting there with, she could be dead next week. These women don't know any different. This is what generations of women have gone through when they're expecting a child. So they have just got to bite onto that cloth and grin and bear it.
Southeast of us, on the road to the Erta Ale volcano, the science team have stayed their first night on the shores of one of Ethiopia's great salt lakes, Afdira. This was once part of a massive inland sea. Now it's a highly saline lake, 170 meters below sea level, and still sinking. The water feeding into the lake is superheated and shows how close they're getting to the volcanic magma beneath the Earth's surface. But there's no time to stop and explore, and the team is soon on the road again. The increasingly rough terrain means it will take them another 2 days of hard driving to get to the base of the crater. Back in Kursawat, I'm getting a sense of how demanding life for a woman here can be. I want to know what they think about how they're treated in this very male-dominated society. So far, they've been reluctant to speak openly. Now, with the men out of sight, Galissa's wife Myram has agreed to talk to me, but we haven't got long.
I know that you have talked about sometimes women getting very stressed and worried about marriage because they go into it with so little knowledge. Did Myram's mother explain anything to her about what it was like to be a wife and the prospect of having sex for the first time?
She said, it's the same for everybody in the world. She said, the man's body is the thing that makes you scared.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, she said, you're very frightened. Yes, you can't be anything else.
Talking about sex is a taboo here, and within a matter of minutes, the men have got wind of our conversation.
Naked. Naked. Ninka hisanam, data malisnik.
It
would be great if these men weren't here.
Haya markok teki anokentamalio. They're standing here quite deliberately.
Yeah.
Anwar Hempuram, call, ki call. Naked.
I'm so close to finding out how these women really feel, but the men are going nowhere.
Inside, would that be better?
These men will try and listen to every word.
I know. And it's going to completely compromise her, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
The tension can be cut with a knife, and I have no choice but to give up for fear of compromising Myram's position within the community. But this deliberate intimidation has really got under my skin.
There's men everywhere just listening in. Don't you dare give away our secrets. These women don't have a moment to express themselves, to just get cross, to just throw something out. I mean, maybe we're really spoiled, but, you know, we're allowed to shout and scream and rail against things, and it makes me cross. Just incredible women, and it would have been really nice to be able to leave here feeling that we'd been able to properly represent them. It's so frustrating.
As a Western woman, I'm finding it very hard to accept how little control Afar women have over their daily lives. I'd like to do more to at least give them a voice, but my concerns are suddenly overshadowed by events elsewhere in the village. News that Mukul is conducting daily health clinics has spread far and fast. And while he struggles to cope with the sudden demand, a family arrives, having walked more than 5 hours in the heat, hoping that he will be able to save their malnourished child.
So when this lad does any running around, does he get very short of breath?
Also, I go over. He said if he goes from here to the door, he'll fall over. He can't do it.
He's got a very loud heart murmur.
Has he? Oh, my golly.
It's not Saeed's diet that's the problem, it's his heart.
His heart is not working as efficiently as it might to pump the blood around, and he's working hard all the time. It's like jogging all the time.
Mukul is distraught that with only his limited field kit, there's no way he's able to treat Saeed.
This afternoon has brought home the brutal truth of it. What must that be like for a parent, to see your child dying and not be able to do anything about it? It's a terrible, terrible thing.
The normal reality of life in the Danakil is that death is often not very far away. Except for Saeed, this week is different. Because Valerie is here and has transport, she will be able to take him to the nearest specialist hospital more than 500 kilometers away. And there's even room for Aisha.
She's taking with her Aisha, the little girl who has the infection in her hip, and Saeed, the toddler with a hole in the heart. For the very first time, they're going to be leaving the village with their families to get the treatment that hopefully will save their lives. We're going to go and pick them up.
This is an incredible opportunity for these children, one never usually available to the Afar. But while Aisha and her family are excited, the parents of Saeed, the boy with the heart problem, are having second thoughts. Saeed's parents have never left their village and are so afraid of the outside world that they're not